Hello, sports fans. It's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, and I am here with another installment of my Whatever Happened to XXX. And in this episode, we're going to talk about what's happened to the Detroit Lions. Now, if you have been following the channel, you know that I did two previous videos, what's happened to the Washington Redskins and what's happened to the Chicago Bears. And this is the third one, what's happened to the Detroit Lions. Now, if you look up on my chart here, we see that the Detroit Lions came into the NFL in 1930. They've been around from 1930 to the present. However, from 1930 to 1933, they were known as the Portsmouth Spartans, which to me sounds like a better name. They should have stuck with that. Maybe they would have had better luck in their lives or the lifetime of the franchise. Because as you can see, the franchise is 559, 658, and 32, which does not count the games this year. And I'm not sure offhand what they are. Maybe 0-2, 1-1, I don't know. But anyway, coming into this year, they were 559, 658, and 32. So 100 games under 500. Not very good. But if you look at their last 5 years, they've been 42 and 38, which is actually they're over 500 for the last 5 years. So and in the last 5 years, they've only had two coaches, and that was Jim Caldwell for 3 of those 5. Yeah, or 4 of the 5. 4 of the 5 coming into this year, Jim Caldwell, and then Matt Patricia took over at the beginning of last year, and he's the current coach. So, as teams go, it looks like they're trying to do everything right. I mean, they're over 500 for the last 5 years. They've only had 2 coaches. But here's the problem with the Detroit Lions, okay? No Super Bowl appearances. And as you can see on this glass, this is a glass right here that has the NFC teams from the 70s. Take a good look at this glass, because there is only one team on this glass since the 70s that has not been to the Super Bowl. And that, my friends, is the Lions. So that's where the issues lie. Now, they have had 4 league championships prior to the Super Bowl era. And they did lose a conference championship in 1991. That was as close as they've ever been to the Super Bowl. And even really, I mean, since 1930, they've only won 4 league championships. So they have had their share of problems. Now, how to fix it, I don't know, because 5 years, they're over 500. They don't seem to be doing that poorly. But I did read an article recently that said that they should try to go after, like, a big name coach, a big name head coach, somebody that could make a real difference. And they've even cited the fact that other teams in Detroit have done that in the past. The Tigers in the past had hired Sparky Anderson. The Pistons in the past had hired Larry Brown to be the head coach. And the Red Wings in the past had hired Scotty Bowman to be their head coach. So every other franchise in the city of Detroit, in the other three major sports, hired big name, big ticket, big time coaches. The Lions have yet to do that, apparently. They've kind of been, what they've done is they go after other teams' ex-coordinators, like Matt Patricia, and they've done it in the past. The guy that's defensive, Schwartz, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles. So they tend to go after guys that have been on successful coaching staffs that haven't been coaches yet. In Jim Caldwell's case, he was a coach. He had coached the Colts, but you wouldn't put him in. I mean, I guess what they're talking about here is like something like, hiring Mike Tomlin away from the Steelers, something on that level. And if you look back through the history of the Detroit Lions, they have not done that. They haven't done anything like that. They haven't gone after that type of a coach, like almost stolen him away from some other team or lured him away with so much money that the coach has, big time guy, and he leaves the program he's with. So they haven't done that, but I don't know if that's really the solution to the problem. I think they've just got to keep working at it and going in the direction that they're going. Keeping coaches and a coach's system in place is a very good start. They have Matthew Stafford at quarterback. He's a very good quarterback. Still has a few good years left. So they should stick with that. And then they've just got to try to draft better. See, that's the other problem they've had. They've drafted terribly. And they need to draft better. They need to bring in people that can evaluate talent maybe better, because they definitely do need some good drafts. I think that's really it. Keep Patricia in place if he's your man. Let him run his system. Draft better players to go around to help Stafford, and just keep working in this direction. That's all you can do. So anyway, that's it for me. Sportsman Z, Bob Zalke. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What do you think the problems with the Detroit Lions are? How do you think those problems could be fixed? I'd love to know, because really, I don't know. I think they're kind of working in the right direction and doing the right things. But maybe there's somebody out there that says, hey, no, this is what they need to do. Love to hear it. You know my contact information, but here it is again. That's my Twitter, my Instagram, and my email. You can leave comments there if you can't leave comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let your friends know about it. Pass the word. And I will have more videos coming out very soon. Possibly Monday or very early next week. I expect to get the hockey, the Stratomatic hockey cards. I've already gotten the download, so I expect to get the cards early next week, and I'll be doing a card opening of the Stratomatic hockey. So stay tuned for that. If you have suggestions for things you want to see, let me know. But for right now, it's Sportsman Z, Bob Zalke, signing off.